So the Fiestas then lining up for their second race. Remember, the first 6 on the grid are the top 6 in practice reverse. So that means that Megan Campbell will start from pole position. Michael Graham alongside, then Derek Graham, Michael's father, then Mark Stewart, then Paul Stewart and Neville Anderson, who started the first race in pole, although he had an incident or something in the first lap. We're doing a lot of work on Neville's car over the lunch break there. They were in around the front hubs, the drive shafts and that, getting things sorted out. So let's see who gets the best start this time. A good win for the returning Mark Stewart. First time out from Paul. A super start from Derek Graham. He gets through Megan a little bit sluggish away, so she's now dropped.
Attention paddock message for all road sports. All road sports, please make your way to paddock assembly now. Thank you.
So down into the first corner, I think it is Michael Graham who is in the lead in the white car. If not, it's one of the Stewarts, but I think it was Michael who I think the Stewarts, the Paul is the white car. He is in 4th position, and Mark, I think, is in 3rd. I'm not quite sure where Neville is, because Neville got a cracking start from where he was on the 3rd row. He went through. No, he's back there. I can see him now, just coming into view in 6th position, but they're coming down past the clubhouse for the first time, and it is the 49 car of Michael Graham that's out in front. 76 Derek Graham is in 2nd position, so it's a Graham 1-2 at the moment. Let's see as they come through. Neville was trying to close in on them there going down in, but he may have gone in a bit too far. He went down on the outside and couldn't get back across, so he has dropped back. So up and across the line, it's the Grahams versus the Stewarts, except it's son and daddy Graham and then the Stewart brothers as they go through across the line. Paul Stewart, then after him it was Neville Anderson, and then Chris Doherty in 6th position. So good dice going on. They're all turning in. There was contact down there at the bottom. Paul Stewart was all over the place. I think he may have tapped or got tapped, but to say he was fighting to control it, so he has dropped back from there was 4 cars together as they went across the line, but Paul should be over. Neville Anderson is in behind him now, so they may be able to tow up onto the back. It's still Michael Graham who leads it, but it's Mark Stewart now in 2nd position. Derek Graham is in 3rd as they come through the chicane. Good run through the chicane from Paul Stewart. He has started to recover there. He has Neville Anderson behind him, and then it is just trying to check the car behind there as they come through. I think it's Megan Campbell, because Megan I thought was there the last time, but I think her transponder didn't work because she's showing him the screen here as being in 11th position, but I thought there was a car, one more car than the times come up for. Yep, that is Megan, who's sitting there in 6th position. Let's see if it fires up this time. It doesn't, so well, it is fired up, but I say it's giving her just as 1 lap. So still Mark Stewart out in front as they come through. Or no, that's Graham. Michael Graham is back in front here. He's got it back round the bottom end, leading as they come down into the John Crossley chicane. There's now 5 cars now. Megan's hanging off it a little bit, but they've all coming together nicely here. I mean that in regards to track. I say being the Fiestas, there could be a little bit of contact. Oh, that's a big lunge down right at the last minute there from, who was it? Was it, they say the 2 cars looked dark in the sunshine. I think it was Mark Stewart who got through in the inside of Derek Graham. Graham. Now he's coming up to try and take the other Graham. Michael here having to defend against Mark Stewart and defend against his father, who's going to go down the inside and take them all, go down into Deaders. He just keeps it planted down there. Oh, when they're all together, they're out over the edge. Absolutely fantastic stuff as they went down through Deaders. They were 3 abreast going through there, and the fourth person I think was using maybe a wee bit of the hard shoulder to try and find the gap as well. And as they come away out of Colonial 2, it is Mark Stewart who leads from Derek Graham, from Paul Stewart, from Michael Graham, with Neville Anderson in 5th position, and Megan Campbell a little bit further back in 6th, but probably in the best seat, because up front anything could go off the way these guys are trying each other at the moment. Down into the chicane, it is the race 1 winner, Mark Stewart. Now Mark can be very hard to catch if you let him get away. Derek Graham's determined not to. He's trying to go. Megan Campbell, Megan had a great run through the chicane. She's taken both Neville Anderson there as she comes through, and 28 Stephen Walker has come through with her. So did Neville miss a gear or something coming out there, because suddenly they were all over him? Down into the hairpin they go as the road sports make their way to the assembly area. So up to complete lap 4, coming up to the 6-minute mark shortly. It'll be about 5 minutes and 20 as they cross the line there. Mark Stewart still leads it. Derek Graham in 2nd position. Paul Stewart a little bit back in 3rd. Then Michael Graham just ahead of Megan Campbell and Neville Anderson. And 28 Stephen Walker sitting behind them there as well. So the first 7 together, then we have a little bit of a gap before we have Chris Doherty, Henry White and Michael Mulholland. And Michael just getting Henry White there, or Gary Moore, as they go down.
Attention paddock message for all road sports. Make your way to paddock assembly now. Thank you.
Just attention down there at the chicane. We have a couple of kids, I can see them from here. They're coming up to play there behind the barrier there, the high fence. Could you just get them back from that, please? I say it is a debris catch fence and I'm coming that way, so bring the kids back well up onto the bank, please. So the leader's coming up out of the hairpin, and it is still Mark Stewart from Derek Graham, Paul Stewart, then Michael Graham 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Michael Graham with the fastest lap of the race, a 17.094, as he tries to get back up on terms. And then Neville Anderson was ahead of Megan Campbell and Stephen Walker as they went across the line. Megan, I can tell you, went through on the inside of Neville, going through Deaders. Neville takes her back, going through Colonial 1 as they go through there. So tyres have been screaming down there. Up front, Derek Graham's going to try and go around the outside of Mark Stewart at Fisherman's, and he comes through. He kicks a little bit up onto the curb, but somehow or other both of them stay on the black stuff as they come down very, very tight into the chicane. And Derek, he's getting ready. He comes out. Mark Stewart, I think, went on the rumble strip there because Derek Graham's out and alongside and past as they go through. Paul Stewart's trying to get in on the act as well, taking a bit of slipstream as they head down towards the hairpin. Derek Graham goes across to protect the line. He's going to arrive in there. I think he's done enough to hold that if he can get it turned in okay. They're now swarming round the outside, and the first 4 coming up absolutely together. But I say it is Derek Graham back in front. Mark Stewart tries to find a way through. Then it is Paul Stewart. Then it is Michael Graham in 4th position. 5th is Neville Anderson. 6th is Megan Campbell. 7th is 28 Stephen Walker. He's followed by Chris Doherty in the number 88 car in 8th position. The black car, but the battle on up front still. Derek Graham leads it through Colonial 1 in car number 76 from the 55 car of Mark Stewart, with Paul Stewart's brother coming right up onto his bumper as they head over into Fisherman's. Michael Graham there as well, then Neville and Megan and Stephen Walker going through next, but the first four come through. Mark Stewart tries to get down the inside, coming into the right hand in the Crossley chicane. He's out onto the grass, the rumble strip again as they come out, and that has given Paul Stewart the opportunity to go past his brother Mark. Michael Graham was trying to get through there as well, but I think he realised that he would probably end up passing down on the outside on the rumble strip there effectively as they came down off the main track, but into the hairpin they go. Just under 6 minutes to go. Up and across the line they come. So a little down into Dadders again, and still Derek Graham leads it. Mark Stewart trying to get down the outside.
Attention paddock, all road sports, make your way to paddock 70 now. Thank you.
Paul Stewart holding off his brother Mark, and now can Michael Graham make a move as they go across towards Fisherman's. They're all closing in on Derek Graham. Derek trying to control the speed through there, but he's not having much success. They're now line astern, the four of them together, coming down to the John Crossley chicane. Still Derek Graham, who returned to racing after a fairly lengthy layoff last month and winning the first Fiesta race at the March meeting. He now leads Paul Stewart, followed by Michael Graham, and then Mark Stewart, who made the defending champion. He made his season debut here today, taking the first race earlier on. Derek Graham was third on that occasion. Paul Stewart was second, but it's Derek Graham who leads in the number 76 Fiesta at the moment, coming up, and he's got a little bit of a break. That's 2-3 cars he's ahead now. Watch this battle for second, because Michael Graham is trying to get through in the Chapman Food sponsored car as they go down into Dadders, but Paul Stewart and Mark Stewart there together, line astern, they go through. Great battle. And next up then for fifth position between Neville Anderson and Megan Campbell. Megan again goes through on the inside at Dadders. Stephen Walker is sitting just behind them there as well, but I think Neville will take that back and hold on to it going down into Colonial. Meantime, the leaders are out of Colonial and heading over into Fisherman's here at Kirkistown, and it is still Derek Graham who leads Paul Stewart, who leads Mark Stewart, who leads Michael Graham as they come down now to the John Crossley chicane, swinging right, left, and then the little right out. But I say the key thing there is not to get out onto the rumble strip or take to the grass on the way through the left-hander, because that really unsettles the car. And Derek Graham's getting a little bit of a break. There's not much, there's maybe 4 or 5 car lengths in it, but then that means if he can do that for a couple of laps, unless the guys behind work together, they won't get across that gap. It's almost like in cycle racing, you have to go line astern. Oh, when somebody ran out wide up there, who was that? I think it was Paul Stewart, and that means that he has gone back to 4th position. So as they come up to complete lap 9 with 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go, it is Derek Graham who leads Mark Stewart, who leads Michael Graham in the 49 car, then 11 Paul Stewart, then it's number 97 Neville Anderson, who's ahead of 21 Megan Campbell from Strangford, then Stephen Walker, and then we wait on, or has he gone through there? Idiot Chris Doherty has gone through. All eyes on the battle up front as they get through Colonial 1 and Colonial 2. They're split up into 2 pairs now. Can the guys behind get? But Mark Stewart, very, very experienced in Fiesta racing, as a champion for this past couple of years, he has come through. And he is right onto the tail of Derek Graham as they come down into the chicane. Derek, remember, had about 4 car lengths last time as they went down past the clubhouse. This time they will go through past the clubhouse as one, because you can rest assured that Mark Stewart will drive that up. He will try and get it literally within about an inch of his back bumper to enjoy the maximum effect of the slipstream, and then see if he can juke out, as the saying goes, down at the bottom, which is exactly what he's done, going into the hairpin. He's not going to get through there, but he may get a better run out of the hairpin. He's going for the undercut. He comes through on the inside, and this is what he wants to do, because if he can level peg, even if they sit side by side down through Dadders, which Derek Graham will force him to do, he's on the inside for Colonial, so they're going to have to do Dadders 2 by 2. Michael Graham's trying to get through as well. He latches in behind Derek, his daddy, opted to go there. Paul Stewart's opted to go the other side as they go down through into Colonial for the first time. Who is it going to be? Through on the inside goes Mark Stewart, but Derek Graham is staying with him on the outside. What's going to happen at Colonial 2? They got through 2 by 2. Two pairs went through Colonial 1 and Colonial 2, absolutely side by side. Now they're at Fisherman's and they're doing the same. I can't even see Derek Graham's car, but Mark Stewart has been on the inside all the way through and surely must take the lead at the John Crossley chicane. He does. Hopefully he won't run wide as he did earlier in the race. He gets through. Now it's Derek Graham who's gone line astern in behind him as the Fiestas head down to the hairpin. It's still Paul Stewart ahead of Michael Graham. Neville Anderson has got away now in 5th position, a little bit from Megan Campbell, who's 6th, with Stephen Walker in 7th. But the leaders are at the hairpin. The time as they come up will be about 44 seconds or so. Well, no, it's under 40 now, just misreading the monitor there, but it's going to be another 2 laps. This one that they're on, they'll get the last lap next time around. Hitting the line there with exactly 30 seconds to go, and it is Mark Stewart. So is he going to make it 2 in a row? Derek Graham is trying to go down the outside going into Colonial. It's still Michael Graham trying to do the same. The Grahams are on the outside as they approach the Colonial 1. The Stewarts are on the inside. Neville Anderson is in 5th. Megan Campbell is in 6th. Stephen Walker is in 7th. Chris Doherty is in 8th, and still in 9th and 10th and 11th. It is Henry White, number 29, number 8 Michael Mulholland, and 88 Gary Moore. Again, it's 2 by 2, 2 pairs through Fisherman's down to the John Crossley chicane. Stewart leads it. Derek Graham trying to come around the outside to dive into the inside, but doesn't make it there off the left-hand part of the chicane. Now takes the slipstream. Paul Stewart is ducked into the slipstream, albeit he's 4 or 5 car lengths back, but he's still actually gaining it as they go down to the hairpin. Derek Graham goes to the outside, trying to get through. Now remember, this was what Paul Stewart did earlier in the race when he went out wide and then came in from the undercut. Derek Graham, either by design or maybe Mark Stewart's careful position, the car wasn't able to do it, so Mark still leads up to the line. As they cross the line, they get the last lap board. Derek Graham in 2nd position, so this second Fiesta race by far the best race of the day so far. Paul Stewart through in the number 11 car in 3rd. Michael Graham in 4th position. Neville Anderson, 97, is in 5th. 21, Megan Campbell, the Strangford girl, in 7th and 6th position. Stephen Walker is in 7th. Just looking as they through Colonial 2. Again, it was 2 by 2 for the first 4 cars as they went through there. Neville Anderson is actually sliding up in behind Paul Stewart and Michael Graham, so he could well catch them if they make any mistakes at all. Coming down to the Crossley chicane, Neville must be revving the daylights at it because he is closing in on the 2 cars up ahead. The leaders are through. The leading pair of Derek Graham and Mark Stewart. First time I think that Mark Stewart has come up against Derek Graham today. Derek's going for the outside again. Mark, I think, will be happy enough to leave him out there because he will let it go towards the apex if he can keep him from getting across. Derek's going to have to try and go for the undercut. It's a big lack up from Neville Anderson as he tries to get through into 4th, and he is through into 4th at the hairpin. He manages that. Now it's a sprint to the line. Up to the line they come. Derek Graham, is he going to edge ahead at the line? Whoa! That was close, but Mark Stewart gets it from Derek Graham by 25 thousandths of a second. Michael Graham was 3rd, Neville Anderson was 4th, Paul Stewart dropped to 5th on the last lap. Megan Campbell was 6th, Stephen Walker was in 7th spot, Chris Doherty was in 8th at the end of a cracking Fiesta race. Great stuff all the way through. Say 25 thousandths of a second was the gap between them at the line, but it was Mark Stewart. He edged it just by about an inch or so of the front bumper, I would say, as they went across the line. 29 Henry White was in 9th position. Number 10 Michael Mulholland completes the top 10, and the little yellow Fiesta there of Gary Moore comes home to complete. The fastest lap of the race was 1:17.094 by Michael Graham at a speed of 70.612, and the winner's average speed for Mark Stewart was 69.035 miles per hour.